Hi, my name's Poison Feather. This is the first video that I've ever done for YouTube. Um, one of my favourite sort of pastimes is watching YouTubers. So I thought, why not give it a go? Kind of just want to talk about my Diablo experiences over the years. From one to Reaper of Souls. I've loved all the different franchises. I didn't really play one much, but other than that, I'm a big fan of Reaper of Souls. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. There's lots of stuff which I've thought of after writing all my notes and that, but I think this might be quite a long video as I'm not used to working out how long you need to trim the videos down, etc., etc. So yeah, I just thought I'd speak a little bit, see if anyone's interested. But it's all written down. I've been through it before, but so it's going to be very sort of a bit, should we say, shoddy and mismatched because I'm just going to be sort of looking at my notes and then then speaking to the camera again. So apologise if it's if I blunder. Okay, so yeah, so at the moment there won't be any sort of graphics or game footage for now. I'm looking at getting the full version of. I think it's called Fraps, isn't it? I tried the trial version; it seems pretty good, so I thought I might as well give it a go. See what that's like. Okay, right. So yeah, so as I said, I'm a big fan of YouTube. There's a few people I watch quite regularly. Like I said, this what I've written down here is quite old now. Well, not old, but it's been about a month or so since I managed to get myself sorted with a webcam and get like a program sorted to run it on, etc., etc. So yeah, excuse me. Some of my favourite YouTubers, Angry Video Game Nerd, obviously, really really funny. I sort of started watching him sort of really really late, into his sort of episodes. But I decided to start from the beginning. I think I'm only about 40 episodes through when there's about 140 maybe or something. But yeah, he's really funny. Seems like a really nice guy as well. Maldron, I used to really like Maldron. Doesn't seem as passionate about Diablo anymore as he used to be, but back in D3 Vanilla and that, he used to love it, and he was the go-to guy for Diablo information and his theory crafting and his calculator and his maths and everything, which used to be really funny. There's a guy called Jamal, I think his name is. He or J-Mac, I'm not sure how he pronounces his name, but he sort of predominantly plays Witch Doctor, and his knowledge is just phenomenal. He's getting all the items and trying the builds out. Just and then just putting them out there for us so we can experiment on them and that, and so knowledgeable in that, and he's got a great voice as well. It's really nice sort of to listen to, and that it really speaks really clearly, a lot more clearly than I do. But yeah, you should check him out. Anyway, so Diablo. I never actually played the PlayStation 1 version. I played the PC version slightly, a little bit. My dad was the one who used to play on that. He got me into Diablo predominantly. He only used to play single player on Diablo. He plays like get on further, but he plays Diablo 3 now and co-op and with pugs and that. So but yeah. He always says that Diablo 1 was the most atmospheric, and especially just because of the music and that, he says it's brilliant. I remember, like I said, I didn't play much. I remember, he did put a fair few hours into it. I remember seeing him go into town, and all over the floor there'd be like loads of gold and swords, and because he couldn't carry it all, and I don't know. Apparently, stuff didn't disappear or something, but that was really interesting. Excuse me. So Diablo 2. So I know there wasn't much about Diablo 1, but so I don't know too much about it. I know about the old sort of the first cases of duping and that, something to do with was it dropping something on the floor, and then going to pick it up, but quickly clicking a health potion or something like that, where you could actually dupe your item. But I know there's a few bits could talk about, but like I said, the video is going to be quite long anyway. So anyway, Diablo 2, probably one of my favourite games of all time. Played it for whatever, how long it's been out, 16 plus years, or I don't know, I'm not sure. I used to play it all, excuse me, all the time. Like, every time I got back from school, when I finished work, just that's all I thought about. All I thought about. Um, I just, I think the reason I liked it so much was it was loot based. I love loot based games. I love just like just that color being on the floor. The gold coloring, um, the orange colouring for runes, when they changed that, and just finding that just superb item, and you're searching and searching and searching, and it finally drops. Excuse me. Um, Actually, saying that, there was a time where I think I must have had a day off. I think it must have been a day off work, and just day off, and the main PC, my dad's PC, was downstairs, which I think back then it was like dial-up, so it was better to be like near the router, etc. Anyway, so I remember I was doing Andario runs for Stone of Jordan, and apparently Nightmare and Dire runs were meant to be the best for it due to the level, um, the item level, etc. But yeah, so I was doing them and doing them and doing them, but I was doing them on hell. I just thought, well, I've got more chance of something better dropping as well anyway. So I remember sitting there downstairs in the front room. Mum's like sitting on a settee, watching something on TV, whatever. And I remember remember this unique ring dropping and being like, oh my god, oh my god. But I mean, at the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh, it's just going to be a Naga ring again, isn't it? So I did the ring, and I was like, yes, woohoo! And Mum was like, well, what's up? What's happened? And I said, oh, Mum, I just found an amazing item. And Mum said to me, well done, son. Honestly, it made me laugh. I thought it was really funny. Um, yeah, I mean, there were a few problems with Diablo 2, especially because it'd been out for such a long time. When I was still playing it. Eventually everybody was rich. There was everybody just had so much like wealth and items on there. It was just ridiculous. Unless something was like people were min maxing, or the item was like super super rare, or just that kind of thing. People just didn't want it. It was just trash to them, sort of thing. Um, so even really really good stuff was just trash. People just like, yeah, whatever. Just chuck it in a bin, sort of thing. Um, I remember constantly doing Mephisto runs over and over and over. I remember I used to just do a Nightmare to begin with. My sorceress wasn't up to much. Eventually, I got some better gear and started doing them in Hell. My friends were like all sort of bragging, "Oh, we can do it in Hell. We're getting all these great drops." And so, eventually, you just have to get that couple of good items, and then you get much better, and you can run Hell. So yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I got some really good items. Obviously, just ran Hell all the time. Remember like Pindle runs, etc. But we won't get into all that because, like I said, time. Um, I remember. I mean, I think when I first started playing Diablo 2, or at least a bit that I remember from back in the day was perfect skull trading, where you would actually, it was a trading commodity. People would, you know, trade instead of like, say you would trade gold in a game. People would trade perfect skulls. And I mean, I think in Diablo 2 now it's still like well, it's items, but what's it called? Runes, but I mean, before it might be like 5 high runes or 2 high runes, but now it's like 50 high runes or something ridiculous like that. Anyway, but yeah, perfect skull trading, that was quite interesting. Obviously, like I can't remember how it changed, but suddenly they weren't nobody was trading for them anymore. I seem to remember I don't know whether it was just a commodity that sprang up or whether people were using them to transmute in the Heraldric Cube. I can't really remember. It's been a long, long time ago. But also I remember the uh, what would it have been called? Maybe Godly Plate of the Whale. I can't remember what the armor name would have been. Godly Chest of the Whale or that. But yeah, that was like the sort after item. You find that and whoa, it's just like you are the man. Which is quite interesting. Excuse me. Um, I mean, I pretty much made every build on Diablo 2. Um, there wasn't many that I didn't make. Uh, well, Auradin, I didn't make an Auradin. I think I had a lot of the equipment to do it, to stack the auras and that, and the even with the Highland equipment with the to stack some auras as well. Um, that was yeah, that was one character I didn't make. I wasn't really too bothered about. A light sork, believe it or not. I never made one. Well, I started to make one. I think it finished about level 20 odd. I had a fire and well, a few like whatever fire, cold. Um, I think I started one as a bear sork, melee sork or something as well. But yeah, I never had a lightning sork. I don't know why. I think I just kind of left it till last, and then by that time I just got a bit fed up and stopped playing. And I never made which I don't think anybody did, a pole arm Amazon. Not as in like a Javazon, actually predominantly using pole arms. Just like a jab attack, or I can't remember, it was impale or something like that. I didn't know of anybody making that. I'm sure there was. I did make. I think the proudest build I ever made was a summon druid build. That was brilliant. That was a aura stacking build with like concentration and fantasism and that. And I managed to get a decent a helm which had what was it? Had like summon wolves on it, and I could turn it into a delirium. Excuse me. That was a really good build. I really enjoyed that. Pretty powerful as well. You could solo everything obviously. In a party, you still hold your own. You still be slapping Bale and Diablo and that. So yeah, I think that was my most proud build. What else? Well, I mean, I've stopped playing Diablo 2 now. Like I said, I played it for such a long time, but I got a bit bored. Like Diablo 3 came out, and I was a bit bored of Diablo 2 um, before then, but yeah, I just stopped playing it. I Well, I just first of all I decided to try and give my items away on the forums. I think it was an unofficial forum. I can't remember what they're called. I think it was Diablo3.net. I think they're called. And yeah, so I went on there on the forums, and it just seemed like I was going to give one character away at a time. Just gradually get rid of the stuff, and just furnish some people with some gear if they start playing it, or want to go back to it again and that. But what seemed to happen was the forums aren't very what's the word I'm looking for? Well, they're not used very much anymore. So you'd get the odd person messaging you, and because of that, you'd struggle to get in contact with them, because they weren't on very much. And so in the end, I just decided just to go in games and just give all 3 accounts worth of stuff away. I mean, but a lot of people didn't even appreciate that. I had some really, really good stuff. Really sort of top end stuff. Like just like perfect death's webs and griffins and things like that. Also had I got given some stuff years and years ago by a person who said he was a European player v player champion. He had a wizard, and he had a like a 20% two socket. Was it two socket maybe? Circlet, which had like 255 colds in and that. What else? He had a excuse me. He had a really good Jared's stone, which was like a 6 orb stone, and that had I think it had two 5/5s in it. So I can't remember how many sockets you could get in these things now, but yeah, that was really good. Um, yeah, so people didn't really appreciate it. They were just like, whatever, free, 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 and they'd always been like that on there. Just a very sort of greedy sort of fan base. Sort of. Yeah, I mean, not everybody was like that, but there was a lot. A lot of people who just like, I don't know, just didn't want to really work for anything and that, and I suppose like life really. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'll quit Diablo 2 because there wasn't really much else for me to find. There was still stuff I never found. I never found a Crown of Ages, for example. I never found. I was really, really, really unlucky with rainbow facets. I think I only ever found one, and that was something like a free poison on level up or something ridiculous like that. Like the worst one you could ever get. But yeah, I wasn't very lucky with that, was I? But yeah, there's a few items which I didn't find, but I thought, like I'd given up. The items I was looking for, the grind and the grind and the grind, it wasn't worth it. And excuse me, I didn't really know anybody on there anymore, so I sort of gave up a bit. Um, excuse me. What else? I mean, I just one quick thing. Well, another couple of quick things about Diablo 2. Excuse me, 1 second, please. Sorry about that. I don't know what YouTubers usually do when they need to blow their nose at that. Do they just edit it out, or I don't know. Anyway, sorry. um, yeah. So what was I saying? Um, yeah. So yeah, not much more about Diablo 2 really. I don't think. Um, yeah, that was it. I remember that you only had to find back in the day. You only had to find one really good item to start your chain of trading. I remember once I found I didn't have much wealth, and I found a 20 life, 11% lightning small charm, which was really sought after then. And I think I swapped that for a last wish axe rune word, which was brilliant. I don't know whether I don't know whether I got scammed or what, but that was because that was like a ladder rune word, and it was like quite a costly rune sort of you had to use to create it. I thought I got a good deal. I used it, so used it for a while, which was good. So I benefited there. I think I probably traded it after a while. That's how I sort of started my trading thing again. But what I'm trying to say is, you'd find like maybe a high rune, excuse me, and then you'd trade that for like a couple of things. It was really good that way. I think that's probably why I liked Diablo 2 a lot. And I liked the community thing. My friends and that who used to play it as well. But yeah, I really, really loved it. Really, really loved it. What I'm going to do is before I've got quite a bit to go through actually. So what I might do is split this video into a few different parts. So I'm going to end this video now, and I'll talk about Diablo 3 in the next video. Okay, thank you very much. Poison Feather out.